Hey everybody, welcome back to Cignals YouTube. I'm Young Wall Street, and today we're going to discuss the time in sales on the Cignals platform, or as it's better known as just the tape. We did a little bit of enhancement to this over the past few weeks and didn't really touch on it in the tape reading Signals Trading Academy video, so wanted to do a quick video here. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn on notifications, leave us any comments you have down below regarding the platform, the tape, and some stuff you'd like to see on the YouTube content wise coming up over the next few weeks. If you have anything specific you'd like covered, we definitely look for that type of feedback and take it seriously. Make sure you sign up for Cignals, guys. Link in the description, or Cignals, Cignals.io. Bare minimum, guys, sign up for that free account. Upgrade to the basic or advanced if you haven't. You guys know that it provides you a ton more value than the free version does. So definitely look into that if you haven't already. And we appreciate everybody who's been active in the Discord and on the videos in the comments as well, and all of our subscribers, obviously. So with that being said, let's hop into it. Off to the very far left, guys, you're going to see these numbers kind of flashing up and down in like a salmon color, or like this teal, almost like a pastel blue type color. You see now, okay, so that's the flip side of that coin. What you're seeing over here is the sessions delta. So whenever you open this up, it's going to keep a running delta of the orders as they come in, essentially. So it gives you a quick, we tried to build this, guys, in a way that essentially gives you an opportunity to focus on multiple things at once without having to really divert your attention specifically to this as it's working, right? So if you're looking at the depth of market, or you're looking at cluster, whatever, and obviously these orders are coming in fast. We have this set for 0.0 right now, so the filter on the size is going to pick up any order that comes through, no matter the size. You can set this however you want in the settings up here. So you'd go up into that little blue bar where you change everything. You have all of the normal settings that you'd expect: the exchange, the price precision, meaning you could change how much you see after the second decimal place, size precision, scroll back, how far back you can scroll into the tape, the size filter, and this is where you can change it for whatever you want. I like to keep it on, if it's not on 0.0, maybe 0.05, so that you're filtering everything under 0.05 in terms of orders that are coming through. And then from there, you can tinker with the refresh rate and the, if you want to change it from the amount of size in Bitcoin or whatever shitcoin you're looking at, you can trade it to the notional value, change it to the notional value. This way you see the amount of money coming through in dollars or whatever. So a lot of different ways to experiment with it, but here we're just going over the absolute basics. I'm going to keep it on 0.0 and explain a little bit about why this is beneficial while you're scalping, why it's beneficial just for the sake of ease while you're trading, right? So I've had this open, I'd say, for about, I don't know, maybe like 2-3 minutes before I started recording here, and it's fluctuated delta-wise from extremely bullish to, I wouldn't say extremely, but bearish, over the course of that 5 minutes or so, right? So if I'm looking at the depth of market and I'm looking at this side by side, I can focus more on the depth of market, and if I have some kind of idea about where price might be headed, all I have to do is simply glance over. That's the point of the tape being designed this way. You have all the way to the far left, like I said, a clear view of the delta since the tape has been open. Here are your time stamps, price, amount of size hitting the tape, right? And what we did also to make this a little bit easier to read, guys, is include these bars off to the far right. So what you're seeing here is a statistical change. When there's a big size differential from one stack to the next, you're going to see these bars kind of increase in size and color as the standard deviations from the previous levels of size get more intense. So so like right here, right, you see that this was obviously a lot bigger, much bigger than that first order before it. Same here, you have like roughly a 400% change in the size. Same here. That's why you're seeing these bars come in so heavily, bright, and in terms of how big they are, you see them a little bit more clearly as the standard deviation changes from level to level as orders come in real time. So it makes it very easy, guys. You can kind of just get a glance at the tape as you're trading based off the depth of market. And now you can see those big size orders that just hit, took the delta from about 90 to about 40, had a few more sells come in that brought it back to about 50, but now we're getting some more size hit the tape on the buy side, and it's bringing our delta back closer to the 30 handle, and there we go. So if you can incorporate all of this in real time, like while you're watching the depth of market, let's say, or the cluster, and you have this open in a, let's call it like its own window, you'll be able to essentially not have to focus so much on the time and sales or the tape. You can kind of just glance over. It'll feel very intuitive and easy to get some confirmation on what you're seeing, maybe on the, see, like now again, do you see how that big size on the buy side shifted our delta back to positive? And we're going back and forth. Oh, see, big sells now. We just had some big sells come through that took us very heavily negative, right? Okay, so there we go. Something's hitting the tape right now. And do you see how, like, you don't have to necessarily stop what you're doing to see this happen in real time? You see the brightness on the far left and the far right change as the intensity shifts from level to level. So you're going to be able to use this in a way that feels very intuitive. You're going to be able to use this in a way that enables you to keep your focus on whatever it is your primary indicators are. If you're looking at the depth of market, the cluster, whatever, and you're on small time frames where every move kind of matters and you're really like trying to hop in and out and analyze, this is just a secondary level of confirmation, or something to give you a little bit more oomph in your decision making process without having to be solely focused on it, guys. So again, if you're looking to take your trading, if you're a scalper and you're looking to take it to the next level and you need that extra, like I said, oomph in your trading, an extra level of confirmation for things you might be seeing on the depth of market or on the clusters or whatever you're using, this will give you a fully customizable way to take advantage of additional levels of order flow analysis without having to necessarily take your attention away from something else. So if you're scalping, this is big for you, because like I said, it gives you the opportunity to essentially keep your focus on what you're, I don't want to say what you know best, but like if your forte is dom scalping or whatever, or if you're going off of very low time frame clusters and you're looking for specific things to happen, you don't have to stop looking at that. You can kind of have them open side by side and just jump back real quick at a glance and see pretty much everything you need to know without having to like essentially put too much of your attention on it. You can kind of just glance over and see, okay, the delta right now is in the negative 130s. There's big bids hitting the market. It's coming back. I see on the depth of market right now that we're getting a lot of sellers pulling their ask as these big as these big buy orders hit the tape and delta's going positive again. All right, maybe I should leg in here. If we start to slip again and get big sell orders, I'll leg out, because obviously once you start to see all of this happening together in real time, you get a better idea of what's to come. So that's kind of why we did this, guys. Don't want to overcomplicate anything, obviously, but this is kind of an easy way, and I personally have never seen anything like this before we did it either. As far as a tape goes, or depth of, or time and sales goes, there's a whole bunch of reconstructed tapes out there for various markets, but the way we did this is very unique to the way we do things, and we did it to make lives easier for people who are actively trading all day, because our Discord group, link in the description, is actively trading all day, and we are always discussing trades, and we discuss how we trade and things that we're using. And the bottom line is trying to make everything simpler for everybody, where it just feels intuitive. Your eyes naturally kind of like, just look over, glance over, see, far left, the delta, middle. You don't necessarily have to be so focused on see, like, look at this. Now look at how the delta changed so rapidly when those big bids hit the market, right? You don't even have to see the amount of size. You just knew that based upon the gradient of the gradient of the colors coming in, that there was big size hitting, and there you go. So you saw that flash of gradient green come in, big bar off to the right, few of those in a row, wiped out a bunch of sellers. So it makes it very easy to kind of keep an eye on everything without having to put your full attention in it, is the point I'm trying to make. I would suggest, I'm going to leave a card right up here to the right, upper right, that takes you to the tape reading Signals Trading Academy video. I'd suggest watching this. I just wanted to go over some of the updates we made, which is obviously the delta and making the bars kind of a little bit more, they pop out a little bit more with the change from level to level and standard deviation of size and whatnot. So that's really it. Don't want to get too deep into it. Just wanted to briefly touch on how to use this in addition to what we already spoke about on Signals Trading Academy. The card is up there to the right. Make sure you watch that if you haven't already. If you have any questions, leave them in the description, or excuse me, leave them in the comments, and I will make sure to follow up and answer them. Make sure you hop in our Discord if you want any additional, help with anything. We're always in there. And if you have any stories about using the depth of market and time of sales, the tape together successfully, we'd love to hear it. So definitely let us know that as well. Hope this was somewhat useful for you guys. Hope you have a great day of trading.